By now, you've read all those predictions about what 1988 will be like by psychics, self-proclaimed visionaries, and all those other nuts. Well, I bet you're ready for what's really going to happen. So let me, Joyce Jillson, astrologer and nationally syndicated columnist, give you the real boot. Like, who's that woman in the see-through prom gown and crinoline barbells picking up an Oscar? What world leader will bop till he drops with Echo and the Bunnymen? Who is in again, out again, off again, on again in the Democratic presidential race? Will he saddle up one more time and go out with his boots on? And Tammy Baker? Oh, too tacky to live? The answer to these cosmic questions can only be found in one place. No, not here. At DC Follies.
Tonight, nearly live from Washington, D.C., Sid and Marty Krofft present DC Follies. Starring Fred Willard, owner of the hottest club in Washington, D.C. And very special guest star, Joyce Jillson. And the magic of the Krofft puppet.
Oh, thanks. Boom.
Oh, hi, you know me, I'm Fred. This is my place, DC Follies. Well, a new year is upon us.
Fred, come here.
Yeah, hi, guys. What can I do for you?
All right, well, first of all, you can settle a bet. Now, Jerry here says that Bush wants to hire Joyce Jillson to predict what Republican strategy should be.
That's right.
Well, at the best of my knowledge, Mr. Bush says emphatically no. Miss Jillson is not available for comment at this
You see,
particular time.
I told you so, Dick.
You know, Freddie, you've been hanging around politicians too long talking
All right,
like
guys,
that, I'll
you're
tell
right.
you.
You're right. I guess Mr. Bush is considering it.
See?
He's nuts. This hocus-pocus stuff is just nonsense. I mean, Nixon, Nostradamus, Criswell, Evans and Novak.
Well, I believe.
Oh, you sure? You still send fan mail letters to Tinkerbell.
Well, that's because she's so good. And why doesn't Peter Pan see that? Wendy will be nothing but trouble.
When is Joyce coming?
Well, she wasn't sure.
Oh, great. She can't even predict when she's going to show up.
All right, Mr. Nixon.
She's here.
Joyce,
get out of here.
Keep it calm.
Fred, it's my pleasure.
Well, we're all very excited.
Aw.
I prepared a special table for you.
Of course, it's a new moon.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
You're very pretty. What sign am I?
You're a Virgo.
Right this way, Joyce.
Oh.
Everything satisfactory?
Why, yes, it is.
I anticipated your every need.
I anticipated your every need.
Fred, what's the crystal ball for?
Crystal ball to help you out with your predictions.
But I use the stars.
Oh.
Yo, Joyce! Yo, Joyce Jillson!
Speaking of stars, I'll give you something to drink.
Okay.
Please, give us, some prediction things.
Okay. Calm down. Now,
right.
Cher, you're a Taurus, right? You're going to win an Oscar.
Oh, woo, yeah!
And you'll be the first winner in history to give up the statue in favor of an Oscar tattoo.
Oh, do I know fashion or what? Me, what about me?
Okay, Madonna, you're a Leo, right?
Yes.
Okay, Leos have a great year. You're going to have a hit movie.
I will. I will.
Shit for her.
Only kidding. You know, we astrologers have a sense of humor, too. But also, two people getting what they both deserve, Peter Holm and Bridget Nielsen, will get married.
Hey, Blondie, don't you have any political predictions?
Well, yes, of course I do. Like convicted White House aide Michael Deaver, he's going to get his own show on Fox TV called Leave It to Deaver. And it'll be the all-times low ratings winner. And he'll have no defense for it.
All right, now let's get to the hard stuff. Tell me, how will the Democrats stand after the March 8th Super Tuesday primaries?
Oh, right. You mean when Jupiter enters Taurus?
What?
March 8th. Right.
yeah,
Let me
whatever.
concentrate. Concentrate, okay?
I'll try.
I see. This is
Now,
hard.
why?
March.
Up, 2, 3. Good evening. I'm Ted Koppel, and this is Nightline. Gary Hart has moved to an almost unsurmountable lead in the Democratic race for president.
And Barbara, is there any hope for a comeback by Mario Cuomo?
Well, Ted, ever since he moved to Tibet to live among the llamas, Mario Cuomo has been hard to interview. And nobody's tried since that little avalanche mishap involving Brian Gumble and his Sherpa guides.
Yes, even Willard Scott's recipe for Yeti snow cones couldn't blunt the pain. Well, that brings us to the events of today, March 12th, 1988. I have with me Senator Gary Hart. Senator Hart, this latest problem really boggles my mind.
What problem? There's no problem.
Oh, come on, Senator Hart, a $20,000 phone bill?
Mr. Koppel, I will not comment any more on my private life.
Senator, it's been said that you called 976 porn lines 8,000 times last month. And was it true that Secret Service guards had to pull you away?
Me, Gary Hart, having to call a 976 line? Listen, Ted, get this and get this straight. When it comes to illicit sex, Gary Hart does not have to pay for it.
Well, how can we possibly trust you as president if you can...
All right, Mr. Koppel, I can see where this is going. I'm glad I'm here. To protect my family and Colorado Belle, I'm just going to have to drop out of the race.
Again? Every time you get an indisputable lead, you drop out. And it's only March.
I love the Democrats.
So, Gary Hart is going to continue to have his problems, eh, Joyce?
Well, only with moral judgments, Fred. I mean, naming Bob Guccione as his running mate.
He's going to do that?
Just putting you on, come on. But, you know, Jessica Hahn posed in Playboy. To get back at her, Tammy Baker will bear all in Penthouse. Ooh.
Probably in the science fiction section.
Hey, that's good. And adult bookstores will join together with 7-Eleven to ban Penthouse.
Now that is plausible.
March 30th, 1988. Kellogg's takes over Chrysler and starts making the Special K car. I'm a funny guy, basically.
Oh my goodness, I can't see a thing. Oh gosh. Oh my. Here they are. Thank goodness. Oh, ow. Smoke my glasses next. Oh.
Joyce, guess what I brought you?
What?
Oh, you know anyway, don't you?
Right
You're
there.
amazing. You can see so much.
I don't
Thank
believe it.
you.
Now, I'm still suspicious. If you can see into the future, then why aren't you a land speculator or a stockbroker or a Fox Network programmer?
All right. Pay no attention to him. Go on.
All right. Well, since Venus is in Aquarius, Bert Convy is going to gain unexpected popularity when it's discovered that he's the Pope's favorite former minor league baseball player.
Oh, Bert Convy. Let me tell you about Bert Convy.
Never mind
that. Guy, you know
that.
what he
It
does?
couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Go on.
Okay, and Barbara Walters, that busybody Libra, well, she's going to do a first all-animal interview show. The four-legged kind.
Well, that's amazing. How will it go?
Well, let's just say it'll be very embarrassing when she asks Benji what he'd do if he were a tree.
Oh, that's great. Let me ask you something.
Come on, everybody. Let's get to the good stuff. What about the Democratic National Convention?
Okay, calm down. Well, the Democratic Convention, now that's always a mess. We know that. So they're hard to predict. But let me see. Oh, wait, I see.
Where?
Sam
I don't see
Donaldson.
anything. He's not over
I'm
there.
Sam
Where?
Donaldson,
Sam
sitting in for the aggressively passive Hugh Downs. As you know, Gary Hart went into the Democratic Convention with every delegate committed to him. But 5 days before the convention, he disappeared. Our Barbara Walters has caught up with him. Barbara?
Good evening. We caught up with Senator Hart here in the Badlands of South Dakota at the actual hiding place of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid's hole-in-the-wall gang. Senator Hart, why did you disappear?
I didn't disappear, Miss Walters. I just got the urge to get back to the land just for a few hours, and then got to be a lot of fun. It's no big deal.
But you're in the midst of a shootout.
Well, so what? I ran out of money. I held up a bank. It's not important. What's important is my involved isolation plan to restructure foreign policy.
In other words, you're dropping out of the race again.
You got it.
This is Barbara Walters for 2020. We'll be in touch, so you're in touch.
I swear, I love those Democrats.
All right. Will that be the end of Hart?
Yes, and it'll be the first time in history the Democrats won't even want to come up with a candidate.
Is that right? Oh,
Well,
boy.
it sounds like the 1988 presidential race is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But the craziest day of the year doesn't involve the presidential race.
Really? Well, what'll happen then?
Barbara Walters has her most amazing interview ever.
Oh, you mean with me?
Oh, you've had it.
What
With
do you
that
mean?
never-satisfied Sagittarian. You know, Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda? Gag.
You've had a remarkable life. Sex kitten, anti-war activist, movie star congressman's wife, and now aerobics teacher. It's been full. You just change and change, which makes me wonder, are you getting tired of aerobics?
Not at all. Well, why do you say that?
Okay, your last tape. Low-impact workout for laboratory mice.
Number 1 on the tape rental list.
Yes, but isn't it getting near the end of the line? I have a feeling you'll be getting into something new.
That's a misconception about me, that I just change anytime I want to.
Oh, is it?
Absolutely. That I moved into different areas was just coincidence.
What's even more amazing is how fabulously successful you've been in each area you've gotten into.
Why, thank you.
Okay. Any predictions for the future?
Well, just that I'm happy being Tom's wife, and I'm happy with my aerobics. I have no intention of changing whatsoever.
I guess you'll be starting a new aerobics tape soon.
Aerobics? Oh, right, aerobics, yeah. I used to be into that, but I'm making a totally new commitment.
And what's that?
To devote my entire life to the homeless. First thing I'm gonna do is burn down my house and then go live under a freeway overpass.
It's amazing the way you jump into things.
Yeah, right. One thing.
What's that?
You got $1 for a cup of coffee?
December 1st, 1988. As Surgeon General of the United States, I, C. Everett Koop, will stand by my prediction that young people will replace sex with gardening, resulting in a dangerous epidemic of premarital mulching.
All right, April 19th, 1988. My wife Brigitte and me will have marital problems. Hey, wait a second. Well, I think that already happened, you know. I know. I will make an arm wrestling movie. It'll be great.
Joyce, you're forgetting the most important part of '88.
Oh, of course. Who's going to be the president?
No, Freddie. The Olympics.
Oh, there won't be a Summer Olympics this year.
I can't handle it.
Are you sure they're not going to take place?
Definitely, Fred. The stars say a remarkable conversation will be taking place this upcoming spring.
No. That's it. I sunk your last battleship.
Boy, I'm sure glad you're not the Ayatollah. You know, Fred, I just can't concentrate. Not since I decided to boycott the Olympics in Korea.
You mean because of Afghanistan? Well, that's a great idea, Ron. That's why I boycotted them in '80.
No, because of Vietnam.
What?
Yes.
Sir, the war in Vietnam has been over for more than 10 years now.
I knew that.
And we fought that war, not the Russians.
I heard that somewhere, too.
Well, then why are we boycotting the Olympics because of Vietnam?
Well, because it's obvious. We just can't win in Southeast Asia, Fred. No matter what we do, we can't seem to win.
But wait a minute, sir. We just can't win. Are you talking about a war or the Olympics?
What's over there now?
Well, the Olympics in Seoul, South Korea. It's not a war or even a conflict. It's a sports competition.
I know that, and we can't even expect to win if we go into it like it's a limited engagement.
Limited engagement, but now you're talking about a war.
I'm talking about the Olympics. We can't win if we don't use our full complement of weapons. Everything.
Weapons?
Professional athletes. We're the only country who uses amateurs.
He is talking about the Olympics.
Yes, the Olympics, right. See, if we had made Mike Ditka and Red Auerbach generals, no question, their hearts and minds would have been in our pockets. No problem.
I'm out of here.
Me too.
Now, Mary Lou
Come on, Jimmy, I'll buy you a lift here.
Mary Lou Retton's really...
That's sad. No Olympics.
Josh, I heard you said Jane Fonda's gonna be a bag lady. Well, that's impossible. Everything she does is successful. You just can't be a successful bag lady. That would be oxymoronic.
Oxymoronic?
I got that in the Reader's Digest word power section.
Well, let's see what does happen for Jane.
Jane Fonda, new champion of the homeless. Good evening, I'm Ted Koppel, and this is Nightline. Welcome, Jane.
What are you looking at? You ain't my brother. I know who you are. You're the devil's man. Get this guy out of here. I ain't kidding.
Jane, please, calm down. He's just a production
To
assistant.
my eye, he's got you fooled.
What I'd really like to do is to talk about you.
Who's talking about me? Get him out of here.
All right, Bill, I'm sorry. Could you leave?
You know, I was a beauty when I was young. Can I have this?
I guess so. Look, I'm very interested in your recent activities, the time you've spent on the street.
Well, if you want to know about that, read my new bestseller, Jane Fonda, Street Person. Already #2 on the bestseller list.
Only #2?
Well, that's because my other book, Jane Fonda Presents the A&P Dumpster Cookbook, is #1.
I must say, this is amazing. You're a well-to-do bag lady?
Yeah, well, save it for your wrap-up. I want to get to the fashion show.
Fashion show? I didn't
Yeah, some
hear
of my old friends, you know, from my old life are going to model my new street clothes line. First, Dolly Parton, wearing a stone-washed burlap with a matching Gucci petite shopping bag.
And it's so slimming.
Lovely, absolutely lovely.
Next, we have Cher. Woo, gosh! In a shredded sailor's pea coat with all but one button removed and holding a piece of cardboard over her head. The perfect ensemble for inclement weather. And here comes Barbara Streisand in a complete man's outfit lifted from a mugging victim.
Papa, can you see me? No.
And she's carrying a coordinated baseball bat, which is at once fashionable and utilitarian, but getting that extra special sleeping place in a flop house.
Thank you, Jane Fonda. That's all the time we have for tonight. Tomorrow night on Nightline, Bryant Gumbel, lost in the Himalayas. Why isn't anyone looking for him? I'm Ted Koppel. No, leave that alone. I'm Ted Koppel. Thank you. No.
Bryant Gumbel lost forever?
August 10th, 1988. It's revealed that Tammy Baker is not a woman at all, but a marginally intelligent koala bear in a pantsuit.
I predict that I will enter Bethesda Naval Hospital this summer and have an ugly growth surgically removed from my back. Bob Dole.
Well, Joyce, that leaves only one prediction, the big one.
Yes, I know. Will Vanna White continue to be one of the most admired women?
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of who will be the president in '88. Well, dying to know.
Oh.
Yeah, you betcha.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's important, too. But very tough to call. So I need you all to concentrate. Let's see. Let's look ahead to November 9th, 1988. I see. Well, I'm there.
What an election year. For a while there, I didn't think we'd even elect a president.
Well, it makes you long for the old days when honor and integrity and brains decided who was president.
Yeah, Kate, these are strange times.
Oh, indeed. When we tolerate infidelity in our candidates and lying and cheating and letting downright crooks run.
Fred's right. It's the times. Moral confusion, slickness being more important than substance.
Well, it's like we've given up hope for moral leadership, like we'd settle for a crook we know rather than a crook we don't know.
Oh, it's a disgrace. I'm glad Spence isn't here to see
Well,
it.
anyway, we've elected a president. It's over. The country goes on.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, our president-elect is coming out with a speech right now.
Well, this should
let's
be very...
look.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I am a crook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice to see you.
I am a crook. You'll say anything to get elected.
No, not now, Freddie.
What do you mean, not now?
You're a very bright young lady, and unbelievably attractive, I might add.
Oh, a typical Capricorn, so big on the flattery. Wow.
Come here, my lovely. I want to talk to you about becoming my campaign manager.
Oh, do you know you have a very cute nose?
Oh, well, it gets caught under things once in a while, but...
Oh, hello there. Hello there,
Hello, Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
How are you?
Well, I'm...
You know, all this talk about the future. Well, you've seen a lot of changes since you Since you were born, I mean,
I
there are going to
certainly
be a lot
have.
of changes in the future. Well, since you were
Yes.
born, they've had television come in, airplanes, talking films,
Yes.
The Wheel.
Boy, that is one I should have invested in. I kick myself to this day that I didn't invest in it.
Yeah, well, what do you think? Do you think someday we'll ever travel to other planets? Do you think we'll ever go to the moon?
You know, I have enacted, I want to make that our 48th state. I've been trying to get that passed. They don't say a word to me. I don't know why.
Well, you're the last to know, aren't you?
Well,
about a lot of
the buck
things.
stops here.
Do you think we'll ever travel out to other planets? Like
Oh, yes, we're
cheese
going to
tables?
go where no man has gone before.
Oh, where's that? Where's that?
My office. It hasn't been occupied in a long time.
No. What other changes do you foresee?
You know what we're going to be able to do? We're going to beam people right across the country. We can
You
do
think-
that.
is that gonna be
Yes.
possible to
We
beam
can do that
people?
now. The
Well, that's
technology's
science
incredible.
fiction.
No, watch this. Hey, Scotty.
Oh, you know-
Scotty, energize. Beam me up.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a fan of Star Trek. I used to watch that show, and my gosh, he did it. He's gone. Our president has magical powers. Wait till I tell everyone about this.
Oh, Fred, is this your dollar? It was on the floor. Fred? Fred? Oh, no. I'll bet Scotty confused my coordinates with his and beamed him up by mistake.